This is part 2 of a run that we made last year. Okay, we're airing down. We're getting ready to head out here. Got them all aired down. Should be a great day. Weather's great. Couldn't ask for anything better. We had 5 vehicles for this run. We had Frank, who came up from Tucson to join us on this run. We had a newbie that joined us. This is their first run. This is Brianna. She did a heck of a job. She's got a Trailhawk. It's got KO2 tires on it. She did a wonderful job. Then we also had Diana, and then Steve back there in the back, and myself. As I stated earlier, this is part 2. We made this run last year, made it up to the top of the mountain, didn't get down the backside to the Gila River, which we were hoping to do today. Just checking in with everybody before we start up the mountain. Wanted to make sure everything was okay, everybody was feeling comfortable. There was some goofing around. We checked in with the dogs. There's Brianna's little dog. Took a lot of snapshots, and then it was time to get on the way. The scenery down in this canyon is just out of this world. It's not as green as it was last year because we haven't had the rain that we had right before we made the run last year. But it still was awful beautiful. The trail's condition changed significantly from last year. It was a lot rougher, a lot more rockier, just a lot of loose debris on the road, and it was something you had to pay attention to. You had to do some driving pretty much the whole way. Here you see Frank coming up on the first little hill that we go up, getting to the top of the summit. And then there's Brianna back there in the back. I couldn't get over how well she drove for the first time on the trails. She did a tremendous job. And of course there behind is Diane and Steve, old pros at this. And finally we make it up to the summit. It was a heck of a climb. And once we get to the top, what a view. There's Steve's Angry Rock. Of course, we took some snapshots and so forth. We got ready for the descent down the backside. We thought it was going to be rough. We had no idea how rough it was going to be. Okay, let's get them going. The whole time coming down this mountain, I kept saying to myself, this is going to be hell to come back up. It wasn't that the road was so rough, although it was really rocky. It's just that it was all loose rocks, and they were all sizes, sharp, and so forth. I was just hoping to get up out of here on the way back without someone getting a flat tire. That trail on the left coming into the road is where we will be coming back up if we're successful, make it all the way to the bottom, loop around and come back. If not, we'll have to come back up this one. I was waiting here to let people behind me catch up. It was a little rough coming down through there, and I wanted to make sure everybody made it all right before going farther down the mountain. Once we crossed that cattle guard back there, this road really got narrow. And as you can see, as we go around the bend down here, there's not a lot of room to maneuver to try to pick a line or so forth. You just had to drive the line you were on. I'm waiting here a little while to make sure everybody made it down across the cattle guard back there. Now it's time to get on down the hill. There in front of me looks like a good spot to take a little break, let everybody catch their breath, let the dogs stretch their legs, snap some pictures, and just enjoy the scenery, because the scenery on this side of the mountain was just as spectacular as the other side. It was gorgeous down here. There's Frank coming by. There's Brianna out there in the distance. And of course, there's Diane and Steve behind me. We'll take a little break here and just let everybody get out and enjoy the view. After letting everybody take snapshots, stretch your legs a little bit, it was time to head on down the hill. As you can see, we're still a long ways from the bottom, so time to get going. As we progressed down the trail, it was just taking us a long time to get down to the Gila River. We still had a long way to go. Since we'd already been on the trail 2 hours, it was time to have a little meeting and discuss what we wanted to do. And it was all agreed on that we needed to turn around because it was going to be at least 4 o'clock by the time we got out, and it starts getting dark around 5. So we didn't want to be on the roads at dark, so we needed to get out of there, and we still hadn't stopped to have lunch yet, so we headed back up. There you can see them coming down the hill to our picnic spot that we'd chosen.
Like when we do Whole 30, it's close enough. I had bariatric sleep a couple years ago, and they put me on a high protein.
Give you guys a view of what we saw here having lunch. The scenery around us. It's just absolutely awesome down this canyon.
You gonna share? You wanna share?
Once we got everybody fed, it was time to head back towards the blacktop because we still had to air up yet. I can say it was a beautiful day, a wonderful trip, scenery out of this world, a lot of good company, and it was just another great day in Arizona.